Welcome back to Why Gaming for some more on Nightingale. Today we're going to be going into the customization aspects of the game, mainly character customization. Customization is a massive part of this game, from anything down to the character that you have yourself, all the way up to the buildings that you create and the realms that you choose to explore. Customization is a big part of the game. You may know this already if you watched yesterday's video, which goes over everything that you'll need to know about Nightingale before its release. If not, I'd highly recommend checking that one out. If you are a fan of Nightingale and you're looking forward to the future of the game, subscribe to the channel and stick around for much more Nightingale content. And once again, a massive shout out to Inflection Games, the studio behind Nightingale, for giving me and a few other creators early access. It has been a great road and I can't wait to see where the game progresses and how it goes over the next 6 to 12 months. Now when you first log in, you will come across this screen, but it will be empty because this is where you have to create your character. There are many ways that you can create your character in this game. Now, if you're not really a fan of character customization, what you can do is scroll straight down to the dice in the middle at the bottom and press that a couple of times and you'll roll out with a random character each time. Now, this is early access, so there will be many more features added in the future. But for now, we can choose obviously male and female, and you can select their age and voice. Then you have a very interesting aspect, which is the ancestry. Now, at the moment, the ancestry doesn't really do anything. There's no key benefits to it yet, as I can tell, but that could be something that they deeply expand on in the future, and it does seem like there could be some really cool ways that they go with this, similar to something like they did in Starfield, where certain character traits allow you to have certain benefits or debuffs when you go into the storyline. So things like Officer could come with special weapons buffs. The ne'er-do-well, I don't know if that's how you say it, but petty criminal, obviously that could come with some stealing buffs and something like that, or maybe even some downsides to it. But there are many ways that they could expand on the whole background story aspect of your character. Now, the lineage system is a really cool feature, because this will allow you to pick all of these grandparents here depending on what character you like, rather than going through the basics of your character and fine-tuning them massively from scratch. You can choose what you like as your grandparents, what you like them to look like, how their facial features are, and then once you've got all of those all the way back to the grandparents, well, great-grandparents in fact, you can then go down to the inheritance section, which will allow you to custom over to which side of the grandparent tree, should we say, that you want to be more associated with and what you'd prefer to look like, which is really quite cool. And then once you've finished your basics and the ancestry, this is where you move on to the much deeper character customization. You can change absolutely everything here, all the way down to the veins in your eyeballs, which is really quite cool and can actually come up with some pretty creepy looking characters. Now, the first thing you'll do is customize your skin tone, and there's a big chunk of options there when it comes to skin color, and you can even add a mottled effect, which is sort of like a redness, blotchiness on your skin, and then you can actually increase the redness as well. And then scars is something that they're going to be adding soon, so hopefully they do add much more to certain aspects of the character customization, but we will go over that as we progress through. Once again, it is an early access title, so many things will be improved upon and added throughout the early access cycle. But then we have hair, where you can change obviously color, pink, blue, red, brown, blonde, whatever you want. And you can also change the color of your eyebrows and facial hair, so you want pink eyebrows and a blue mustache, you've got that, you can do that. Now, facial hair is lacking, but once again, that's one of the features that I hope they add a little bit more to later on. But the game is not lacking in eyebrows. There are many things you can do. Big old bushy boys, pointy boys, or even the classic monobrow. Now, once you've done the hair and skin, head, eyes, mouth, makeup, all of that stuff is where it gets extremely detailed once again. The forehead, you can change everything from the size, the length. Same with the nose, you can move it up your head, down the head, you can make it really long, really short. You can create all sorts of characters through this. If you do want some sort of humanoid looking creature, you can actually go with that with this character customization. Even your character's jawline is customizable, as well as the Adam's apple. If you're not too interested in massive detail, there are a few presets that you can go with when it comes to eyes. Eyes are very cool, but there are many things that you can do to them. You can change the inner, middle, and outer colors of your iris. You can change the scale and detail and the veins in the eyes themselves. And then you can even change your eyelashes to make yourself look a little bit strange with obviously the pink eyebrows and the purple mustache, which, yeah, each to their own, I suppose. And then there's even more detail when it comes to your mouth. You can do mouth height, cheeks, all of that good stuff. And even this funky stuff, messing around with the teeth, which just doing that and that has tickled me for a while. And I don't know why, but it's quite fun. You can make them crooked, you can have them decaying, you can even have them metal and various types of metal as well, which I do find quite cool. And then if you want to go even more detailed, they have a giant makeup section where you can do absolutely everything and anything. Now, I know nothing about makeup, so I don't know what colors you can get, but there we go. You've got all of these colors here. You can change the intensity of the colors, glitter in the colors. You can do foundation, you can do tones and sheen. I don't know what any of that means, but you can do it all, which is relatively cool. It gives you the freedom to create a character to look however you want them to look. There are also various presets that will be coming soon, and as, once again, it is an early access title, there'll be many things that will be added, tweaked, and changed along the early access cycle. And then once you've gone through all of that and you are happy with the character you've created, be that a human or some strange hybrid alien-looking thing with a strange-shaped head, like, yeah, my dude is weird. That's not my actual dude in the game. I do have a character that I created. But after all that is done, you will go into the step 3, which is the difficulty section, which basically has you select starting circumstances for your character. These will change and evolve with gameplay. But it doesn't really matter. It's more about the starting choice and how you want to progress through the game at the very beginning, because a lot of this stuff is changed through realm cards and activities and gear score that you've got throughout the game later on anyway. But they are still quite cool. You've got the easy, which is survivalist prepper, which has you starting with a decent amount of gear and going through those beginning sections. Then obviously we have medium, which has a little bit less gear, a little bit easier to go through on that first few sections, then hard, and then finally extreme, which sees you pretty much in your underwear, not having any weapons or any use at all at the start. And then you can finally pick the realms which you'd like to begin in, which are easy, medium, hard, and extreme. Now the numbers at the top represent the difficulty of the realm that you'll be going into. The difficulty of missions is pretty much set by your gear score. Once you've hit a certain gear score, missions will unlock. So this doesn't really matter. This just defines the starting realm that you go into. If you do go in it at a very hard one, you will still need to get your gear score up to 40 to go into the certain tasks and aspects. So selecting this will not give you a higher gear score or a higher power. It will just set those realms to be a little bit more difficult at the start. Now that is it for me today on Nightingale and the character creation. Character creation and customization in this game is extremely detailed. We will have videos going over the building aspects and a whole host more stuff. So if that sounds good, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video. For now though, you've been awesome. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.